assistant chief for the Reserve Police Force here in the city of Detroit says they can date their roots back to World War II, and at one point boasting some 2,000 members. Right now, they've got 96 people on their force, and there's one very special member they consider the dean. Take a look.
This past year, we lost our longest serving member. We lost Reserve Commander Henry Dodge, who served over 50 years. And that torch is what we kind of unofficially call the Dean of the Reserve Corps, has been passed to D.C. Smith.
That's Reserve Deputy Chief Clarence Smith, clocking 42 years with the Detroit Police Department as a member of its reserve force.
So I had friends who were police officers, and I wanted to serve the city as well. But at the time, they weren't paying no money.
Smith decided to stay at Chrysler, but worked as a reserve police officer all those years.
When I was working, I did as best I could. Now, working details at nights and on the weekend, but I've been retired for 22 years.
He loves it.
It's a good way to give back to the community and be a part of the police department without actually being a part.
Smith's family?
They're proud of me. Sometimes they get mad because I spend too much time with the department.
The reserves are the volunteer uniformed portion of the force. They can pretty much tell the police department when they want to work, except for those rare occasions when you have a declared emergency or disaster. They often work crowd control, traffic direction, and offer behind-the-scenes support.
Our service is completely without compensation to the city, from the city of Detroit. If you want to change the face of public safety, if you want to contribute, join the Police Reserve Corps. You are here with police officers. You're on the street, you're helping them out, and you are playing an active role in your community.
And this is kind of cool. The reserves are affectionately known as the Gray Bands. It's a part of the uniform that's never changed. Now remember this, if you're interested in joining the police force, the reserves, or otherwise, you can head to our website for more information, fox2detroit.com. In Detroit, I'm Hillary Golston, Fox 2 News.
This is a $20 billion movie made in Korea. It was the second highest grossing film in Korean cinema history upon its release. They created the 7 circles of hell for this film. It's a recreation of the 7 punishments of hell that are so frightening on this huge millstone on which countless people run wildly. If they stop, they'll be crushed to a pulp because they didn't work and were idle in life. So after death, they must suffer in the underworld. They have to suffer for eternity. If you can't stand it, you can jump into the sea, but the piranhas will tear you to pieces in an instant. This is one of the cruelest punishments in the underworld, the hell of idleness. In addition to this, there's also the hell of fire, which is a trial for murder. The hell of the abyss for the crime of violence, the hell of tongue pulling for the crime of lying, the hell of the mirror of sins for the sin of treachery, the hell of ice for the sin of injustice, and the hell of the Buddha's death for the sin of sin against God. For thousands of years only a very few souls